Hey guys, Chris here, back to you today with my assumption video. I jumped on this bandwagon because I thought it would be so fun. I filmed the video and I lost the footage. So I had to ask for some new assumptions, and so I'm going to go back and read the few old ones I had, and then I will read the new ones. So, without further ado, let's see what you guys assume about me. Alright, I asked on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I will put the link up here. Let's see. Here we go. My best friend says, I will never assume, but I will say you look absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Mal. I love you and miss you. Assume you laugh at broads that have TP streaming out of their pantaloons. If you don't, you should, even if it's a broad of yours. Yes, I would laugh. One time, me and some girlfriends purposely stuck a streamer of toilet paper in our waistbands in the back and walked through Walmart to see if anybody would say anything to us. I loved it. It was funny. I assume you generally see the good in people, even when they don't see it in themselves. I try to, because I've been in that place where everybody around me made me feel like there was not an ounce of good in me. And I don't try to find the bad in people. I mean, usually they expose it themselves. But I truly try to uplift someone, especially when they are down on themselves. If I had to assume anything, you're a powder keg with a very long fuse. It takes a lot to get you angry, yet once the fuse is lit, it burns slow, sometimes to the point of coming to a stop. That just leaves the fuse a little closer to the keg. This in return makes the unexpected person not sure when you are going to blow up. When you do, I know I wouldn't want to be within 100 miles of you. Fortunately for most people, you're too sweet a person to let that side show up very often. Thank you. Patience and tolerance are something I've only developed a lot of in the last handful of years. I used to just snap. There was no fuse. I can tolerate a lot before I get angry now. Unless you're abusing a child or an animal or the elderly, or you're just being a mean human being. That kind of sends me over the edge. Alright, now I put the do not disturb on my phone and it's still making weird noises. You figure it out. Alright, here we go. Well, I know there's a lot of assumptions in this one. I assume you are a very spoiling grandmother. I am. But I spoil my grandchildren with hugs and snuggles and food and all of that kind of stuff. Not necessarily things, but they are my heart. And yes, they get spoiled. They get to stay up late. They get popcorn and soda when we watch a movie, even after the time when they're not supposed to drink anymore. And they never get popcorn without M&Ms because that's what they like. And so that's what they're going to get at Nona and Pop-Up's house. Yes, my grandchildren call me Nona and my husband is Pop-Up. Oh no, where'd it go? Alright. Next is a lot of assumptions in one post. I sleep in the nude. Partially. You hate the color purple, but you love anything grape flavored. No. You're right, I do very much dislike the color purple. It's just not a color I've ever enjoyed. And no, I do not like grape-flavored things either. I love cats. I love people who love cats. I am not a girl who loves cats enough to have one as a pet. My husband had cats when we met, so they were part of the package. But we clearly didn't like each other. I'm 5'10". I wish I was 5'10". I wish I was like 8'5". That way I would have the exact right body weight to height proportion. I am 5'5". I love facial hair on a man. Yes and no. My husband usually is sporting a goatee or a Fu Manchu, except the time he decided to grow pork chops. That was a fabulous phase in his life. But I really like him clean shaven. It just depends on who it is. Some men look good with, a little 5 o'clock shadow. Some look good with like full-on facial hair. But as far as my husband goes, I like him clean shaven. With his goatee or his Fu Manchu, he looks very mean. All right, what's next? You wish you had a pet unicorn. I do. Her name is Sophia. She goes from a chug to a unicorn because I have a headband that I can turn her into a unicorn at will. I grew up on a farm. No, I did not grow up on a farm. I grew up in the inner city of a town of 2,000 people in the middle of Nebraska. My dad was a city boy. My mom was a town girl. And yeah, I don't know how I ended up being born and raised in a rural community in Nebraska, but it's proof that God has a sense of humor. I can almost not even utter this one out. You don't like carbs. Look at me. You're right, I don't like carbs. I love carbs. Like, I want my last meal to be pasta. I love horses. Yeah, I like horses. My sister and brother-in-law live on a ranch, so I would spend a lot of time in the summers at their house because I was pretty sure while I was there I was an official cowgirl. But, yeah, I mean, horses are great. I don't like going to the movies. No. I love going to the movies. For some reason, I get a little bit of anxiety going to the movies in the last handful of years. But yes, my husband and I are avid moviegoers. So, okay, let me see. Wait, what did that just say? I just accidentally closed it out. I assume you have a quiet home and lots of me time. I do have a quiet home. I do always have music playing in my home, but quietly because my husband sleeps during the day. I do have a lot of alone time, and sometimes that's a blessing and a curse. I am a person who needs alone time, but sometimes too much alone time is a little stressful for me. Oh, Lordy, I keep accidentally closing it out. Let's see, is that it? That is it. That was fun. It's funny what you assume about me. It's just funny to assume things about anybody that, you don't know in real life or don't hang out with or have known for years. So thank you for participating in that and giving me your assumptions. It was fun to read. I hope that if you have not subscribed to my channel, you will do so. I love love meeting new friends and adding to my YouTube family, and we share a little bit of everything of here, so be shocked or surprised at what might be next. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and that I will see you back again in my next video. In the meantime, don't forget to eat good food. Bye, guys.